Hi, I'm Ari, I'm the Oak Witch, and in today's video I'm going to be going through good luck charms in English folk magic. It's been a while since I've done an English folk magic video, so I thought I would do a fun one today, talking about good luck charms. I've been so busy with work and a secret writing project, which I'm sure I'll talk to you guys about later this year. But today I thought it'd be fun to go through some superstitions, folk customs on good luck charms, things for increasing people's luck and prosperity, typically found within England and English folk magic. All across the world, there are folk customs and traditions for ensuring luck, increasing, wealth and prosperity and our luck. And it makes sense in a world burdened with hunger, famine, with uncertainty, with natural disasters, with, trying to protect ourselves from any bad luck that may possibly come our way. And people have been doing this for so long, up until now. People still enforce these customs. And typically I find a lot of these customs are seen as quite normal. They're still embedded in a lot of modern culture and just general behaviour in a society. So it's fun when we actually see these sort of customs, traditions, and actually see them in a more magic and occult way. It's definitely something which a lot of people perhaps who are not in the occult or magical world would see as just like a cultural thing that you do. And particularly in English folk magic there are so many customs for good luck, and of course due to colonization, due to many factors such as just people migrating across different lands, you'll find that a lot of these customs you'll see in many different places. So I'm sure a lot of them will be familiar to you and a part of the culture which you are from as well. So that is what I'll be going through today. There are so many charms which have sort of become a part of like the cultural zeitgeist of general just like superstitions. So carrying a hare's foot or finding a four-leaf clover, something which is so widespread as a good luck charm, which is hard to really pinpoint its origin, but it's definitely something which I'm sure many of you are familiar with, and that in itself is actually something which you can obviously still incorporate in your magical practice, as it is a good luck charm. So it is this concept of prosperity magic, increasing your chances of luck for a particular thing. But some more specifically English folk magic ones which are quite present in that magical tradition are things like horseshoes. So horseshoes are something which are seen a lot in protection magic, and to be fair are seen in a lot of cultural folk magical traditions across Europe, and in places like Appalachia in the United States you see a lot of horseshoes used in folk magical traditions. I think there is an argument of semantics when you're looking into good luck charms and protection charms, because there is this idea of protecting your good luck, and it is sort of like very similar in a way, but I kind of see it different in that good luck charms are sort of increasing your luck of a particular thing, whereas protection charms may be protecting what you already have. So I do sort of see a little bit of a difference. But horseshoes are used for both. With horseshoes, though, this is not a very traditional horseshoe. This is, I guess, just a horse brass horseshoe, but you get the gist. Facing upwards, it's meant to collect the luck in. And the idea is if you have your horseshoe facing downwards, that's all of your good luck draining out. So you want to have it upwards. Although you also see horseshoes face down in folk customs for protection. So, who knows, whichever way I guess feels most right to you. I always have my horseshoes facing up because it just feels right. I can't have them facing down for long periods of time. It just makes me So that's the idea of horseshoes being lucky. In modern practice, obviously you can use horseshoes as, you know, a spell item. I've done candle spells where I have like a big pillar candle or like a 7-day candle, and I have the horseshoe sort of like placed on it as a symbol of, you know, whatever I'm increasing my chances of or increasing my luck, things like that. Some people do the classic having a horseshoe sort of nailed above your doorway, bringing in luck into your house, or also protecting your house, things like that. There's so many old customs to do with horseshoes, and I'm sure I've talked about it in prior videos, but yeah, that's definitely many different ways you can use horseshoes for luck in your practice. Whilst I have them out, another thing used for increasing your luck in English folk magic is horse brasses. Now, I absolutely love horse brasses as someone that comes from East Anglia and practices mainly an East Anglian folk magic perspective. When we're looking at English folk magic, I have collected a few horse brasses over my time. I absolutely love them. I may not go at length in this video about horse brasses because I think I might do a video dedicated to horse brasses in general, because they are really fascinating, have a cool history, and I absolutely love all the different symbology that they can carry. I think I might save that for a future video, but you know, they've been used appropriately as like a, you know, protection, like a ward, and also in this way they've also consequently been used for luck. So it is something which you can use in your practice, specifically if we're looking at ones that have symbols that have very potent luck symbols on them, for example horseshoes, then you know it's definitely something which you can see as a good luck charm in and of itself. And again, like a horseshoe, you can have these placed around your house. Traditionally you see a lot, especially in like English pubs, you see horse brasses like across like the fireplace, above the hearth and to the side of them. It's very, very common to see if you go into an English pub. Some people place these like, you know, above doorways or like on wooden beams if you have like an older house. Very many ways you can use them. And again, of course, you can use these as a spell tool as well. So I love them. Another good luck charm I also use probably too much in my day-to-day life is knock on wood. Now, this is obviously something which I'm sure you're very familiar of because it's very widespread, and it is this idea of, you know, if you say something and you don't want to jinx yourself, you knock on wood. And there have been many theories as to why it's knocking on wood. A lot of people have said because wood and consequently trees have been associated with, you know, magical attributes for, you know, very long time. So it's this idea of trees having magical associations and attributing the good luck to that. Other people have theorized as when you're knocking on wood, you are calling to like the wood spirits inside to sort of help you guard against bad luck. Very many different theories. How I use it, I guess, is probably more of an anxiety thing. If I'm gonna keep it real, I say something and I'm like, oh god, I hope I don't jinx that, knock on wood. If I'm speaking rather morbidly, I might say, touch wood this doesn't happen, but so and so, you know, blah blah blah. So I use it sort of preemptively, or use it after the fact as well, and yeah, it's an anxiety thing I think a lot of the time. But it is this idea of protecting yourself from bad luck and increasing your good luck consequentially. So yeah, in English folk magic during the First World War, there were these little dolls, cherub dolls, given to soldiers called thumbs ups. So it's this like, I think metallic doll with a wooden head giving like a little thumbs up. I have a little picture here, and the head was wooden, so you know it's a good luck charm. You'd knock on the head because the head was made of wood, and that is using that sort of good luck custom in that way. You can copy this idea if anyone has any wooden jewelry and you hang it around your neck. If you need a little luck, you give it a little tap or knock on your necklace, so in that way you can copy that tradition over to a modernized version of it. The next good luck charm commonly seen in English folk magic is the concept of Hagstones. So I've spoken about Hagstones before. I'm sure many people know what Hagstones are. They are essentially a stone, natural stone, found with a natural hole going through. So I just have a bunch hanging on this thing, which I usually hang near my altar. And yeah, you can see the naturally occurring hole through the middle. I've read places where traditionally the stone needs to be made of flint, but I don't think that is a hard and fast rule. But I think the idea of it being a naturally occurring hole all the way through the stone is a key to this concept of it being a hagstone. So hagstones are obviously seen more in a protective way, but they have also been known as lucky stones. So if you're looking to do a good luck spell, increasing your sort of luck and a prosperity sense, then using hagstones as a spell ingredient for that is a great idea. If you want to increase your luck in the home, then maybe carrying like a string with hagstones like this near your doorway is a great idea, as it's inviting luck in the home in a sense. Or if you want to just carry a hagstone on your person, in your pocket. I tend to always have a hagstone in my bag wherever I go, so that's like a protective kind of thing, but obviously it can also be charmed for good luck, and so on and so on. There's so many creative, intuitive ways you can use these good luck charms, so I think that's quite fun. But yeah, on the same lines of like using natural materials, there is this idea of fairy loaves, commonly seen in East Anglian English folk magic, I think more in Suffolk. Referred to as fairy loaves, sea urchin fossils, they kind of look like little bread loaves, were placed above the hearth to increase prosperity and good luck within the home. So that's another good luck charm in English folk magic, which I guess is a little bit less accessible because you have to find the sea urchin fossil first, but I think that's quite cool because I hadn't heard of it before. I had read the British Book of Spell and Charms and the Devil's Plantation, both like British English folk magic books, so I do think that is quite cool. Moving on to the more bad luck centered or omens side of things, I thought it would be prudent to go through that sort of side to these things, and starting with saluting a solitary magpie. This is something which again I do. I love magpies and other corvids, but seeing a solitary magpie, so a magpie just alone, not with any other ones, is seen as a sign of bad luck. It's a bad omen. So traditionally in English folk magic or English folklore, you would salute the solitary magpie, say, "Good morning, Mr. Magpie," just say hello to the bird, and that would be sort of ridding yourself of that potential bad luck. So it is a good luck charm in a way, more focused around hoping you do not get any bad luck from what has already happened. So I like doing that. It's kind of an instinct thing now really, but of course following the theme of magpies, there is this folkloric song attributed to them: 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, and so on and so on. I might have the list here, but that is another thing which people sing, so I think that in a way is another luck related custom. A few other bad luck customs commonly seen in sort of British culture and has spread across many is spilling salt. Whenever you spill salt, throw it over your shoulder to get rid of that bad luck. Passing people on the stairs is bad luck. And breaking a mirror. Breaking a mirror is said to take 7 years off your life, which seems a bit extreme. And I don't know if I've broken a mirror in my life. I probably have when I was a kid, but you know, a lot of these are superstitions and I'm not passing them as like magical rules, because obviously it's mostly just down to whether or not you believe them and you want to be that superstitious. But I thought it would be fun to at least go through them because, you know, it's interesting to see all these different customs, but that's just me. There are so many plant folklore related bad luck omens and things like that which you could just get so into. For example, taking hawthorn blossoms into the house is said to be bad luck and you shouldn't do it, probably related to the fair folk. And another custom, I think, to ensure good luck, prosperity or good health is hanging yarrow, I think, in a baby's cradle, in a cot. There's a lot of plant folklore associations with the hearth, with the home, which could be a whole video in and of itself, so I'll probably stop there. But I thought I would go through some omens, which I have mainly gotten from this book, which is a very good book that I've put on my Essential English Folk Magic books video, but some include: if the church clock strikes during a time a hymn is being sung, then someone will die before the next Sunday. Which seems very, very intense, but you know, that's quite an interesting bit of folklore there. If a pigeon flew to a window where a sick person lay, then that would bring sure death. A high wind is the sign of death, especially a distinguished person, apparently. So you see a running theme here, a lot of omens of death, because I guess around the time that a lot of these omens were very sort of a part of the worries of a lot of, before a lot of the security that we have now in the modern day, it would be a pressing thing for the village folk, for a lot of people, where, you know, you need to do as much as you can to ensure your survival. Nowadays we don't have to do as much, although it's difficult in different ways. You can tell how a lot of these omens and these superstitions, these folkloric customs came to be based just purely on the burdens of the time. That's not to say that, you know, it's all made up, because I personally, as a magical practitioner, as a lover of folklore and consequently a folk witch, I see a lot of value in looking at the magical underpinnings of a lot of these customs, a lot of these superstitions, as something which is indicative of some form of magic, but also recognises that it's understandable how these customs came about, but I don't think because there's an explanation for everything that means that magic isn't real. So, you know, there's definitely a layered way of looking at these customs, and I think I may stop there because there's just so many customs I could talk about and it would just be a very long video. Thank you for watching. If you got to the end, please let me know, because I really like it when people give me that sort of feedback. It makes me feel as though that I'm not just waffling and being really boring. If you guys have any ideas for what videos you want to see more from me, please let me know down in the comments, because I love to know what you guys want to see from me. It's really nice to have that sort of feedback, so yeah, let me know down below. Are there any good luck customs that are a part of your culture which I haven't mentioned that you want to share? Again, let us know down below, because I'm sure I'm interested, I'm sure many other people are interested. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for my patrons for supporting me over the months where I haven't been as active on my channel. I really appreciate you guys, and yeah, see everyone in the next video. Bye.